What's up, fam? I know I haven't done a video in a while now. It's been a while, just been, focusing on my mental health. No, I was kidding. I was focusing on my wife, like trying to get her back on her feet and stuff like that. However, let me take this off. I got a bunch of new additions to the house. Hold on, let me shut the door a little bit. All right. All right. So I'm back. Basically, I wanted to discuss today and start out with a new topic, see if I can get back into this podcasting thing. My points of view, some of y'all like, and I'm appreciating all the love, people still reaching out to me and everything. You can catch me on YouTube, Philosophy Panther, the Panther Spot Podcast. I wanted to talk about, remember the black female therapist? Remember how, she, said what she said. She stood on business, 10 toes down, and then she lost her job. And then remember when two gay, seemed like they were gay, black men came to defend her when she blamed black men for her losing her job. And then remember when we found out that it was women who doxed her, black women. These women came forward and said, yeah, I did that shit. Because, they didn't like how she was talking to people, et cetera, et cetera. What y'all don't remember is me saying, not saying anything about it. So my thoughts on this goes just like how Kevin Samuel taught us. I forgot what's the white guy's name. Speaks pretty well. I can't think of it, but it'll come to me later. Peterson. Mr. Peterson says, and he teaches that the altercations when it comes to men are physical. We are in your face. We ready to fight. That's how we get down, baby. We not here for the bullshit. And when it comes to men, it can be a fight at any time. When it comes to women, I thought it was kids. Okay. Sorry, I might whoop somebody behind. Anyway, when it comes to when it comes to women, it's innuendo. It's character assassination. You ever worked in a workplace? If you ever been fired because of a woman, because of something you slipped up and said, that's what they do. They go after your money. They go after your character. They do character assassination. That's how women fight other women. And in this case, that's exactly what the fuck happened. It wasn't men, but, the gay men that supported her wanted to make it seem like it was a whole bunch of men out there just going after her, and it just wasn't the case. And we find this out later on, but nobody wants to bring that up. Not the two gay guys. I don't know. They just felt gay. Sorry. They had female characteristics that felt weird. Anyway, with that being said, she lost her job. White master didn't feel comfortable. And if you've been in the healthcare field at all, you'll know there's a couple of things you can't do. One is be on social media. Unless you're me, I'm different. I don't know why. I think I just tiptoe between the lines. I'm not in the field anymore. I am not in the healthcare field anymore. I do other things. But when I was in the field, there was videos I would release on YouTube, and I had to make sure I was very careful with what the hell I said. I couldn't just run my mouth, to be edgy, to get views and stuff. In this case, it felt like that's exactly what she did. She needed views. She was, or maybe she was just plain disrespectful. I don't know the girl personally, to be honest with you. But when you are parading as a therapist, as she said she's a trained therapist, and I believe it because, it's a lot of awesome black therapists out there. I see one as well. You have to watch what the fuck you say. You don't have that freedom anymore. You chose this field, so you have to watch what you say publicly. And in that, the two black men that defended her and her assumed that the reason why she was in trouble was because she was attacking black men, and instead of telling them, the nice way to get help, she wanted to stand on business and be, out of pocket with what she said. But she didn't say that. She just said she got in trouble because black men didn't like being told that they needed therapy. That wasn't the case. She got in trouble because black women she was also telling black women this. And nobody, none of the women who, hate men right now want to hear that. But the fact of the matter is these black women came forward. We don't like her. We don't like her delivery. And when it comes to delivery, women are the number one people on the planet that can't stand delivery. Oh, they'll tell you whatever the fuck they want to tell you, how they want to tell you, because they grown and can't nobody tell them what to do, et cetera, right? But out of everybody on the planet, everybody knows you just can't talk to women any kind of way without thinking you're not going to get some character assassination. Oh, and they assassinated the shit out of her character. Excuse the talking in the background. Like I said, there's a bunch of kids, but I wanted to bring that up. I think it's very important that we know why she lost her job, and now she's doing OnlyFans, and so now that she's doing OnlyFans, there's women out saying that, hey, look, the same black men that got her fired are the ones that are looking down on her for trying to make money any way she can. And that, again, is just a lie. She's making money on OnlyFans because it's the easiest way she can. She already knows. She already knew from the jump. Like I said, the couple of things that you can't do. One is saying whatever the fuck you want to say. Two, dressing scantily clad. So what if they were her personal videos? If she is working for Massa, like as she said, we told Massa, if you're working for Massa, Massa don't want you wearing whatever the fuck you want to wear. You cannot embarrass Massa. Now, if you work for yourself, and I love those women that do it because, they know in a professional way how they dress and how they speak to people is how they get their money. She didn't dress appropriately in the way that you would think a therapist. And who cares how you feel about that? We don't care about how you feel, because most people, when they see a doctor, they don't want to see a doctor run up in there without scrubs on, right? He could be the best doctor in the world, but you're going to judge him. You're going to side at him. And it wasn't just men. It was definitely women. And it was the women that made those phone calls. It was the women that wrote those think pieces about her. There was no men involved. We just said we wanted to say it in the comments and kept it moving. So talking out of character, disrespectful to everybody, anybody, especially the black women, but didn't bring that part up. Dressing scantily clad, right? Which also, leads to people who think you may be a certain type of way. And three, no accountability for anything. She comes back and she blames everybody but herself for her failures. And now she's doing OnlyFans. And earlier talking about how she needs to get fucked, but she can't fuck anybody who's not emotionally intelligent. And one thing I need to tell you women, you must understand, you guys are not emotionally intelligent. Just because you wallow around in your feelings and your emotions all the time, and you're out of character most of the time in those feelings, doesn't make you, chief principal on these emotional feelings, emotional intelligence. If anything, you guys are some of the most emotionally unintelligent people on the planet because you have no control over those emotions. Now, that's not for everybody, but we know most women get emotional, lash out, lose their fucking mind on social media. But those are the same ones talking about looking for emotionally intelligent men. Well, let me tell you what emotionally intelligent men do. We send you to the door. We send you out the door. You'll see the door if you're disrespectful. We don't tolerate childish behavior. I don't tolerate bad behavior from women. I'd rather be by myself for the rest of my life and be saying that I'm emotionally unintelligent than deal with a woman who is an emotional wreck. So for the women who are out there who know and they got a man that's like that, understand that is real men. For the women who are not privy to what a real man is, when they see a man who has emotional intelligence, they call him sassy. Well, then fuck it, we sassy then. Because if you disrespectful, to the door you go. And in this case, there's a lot of those women who, want to join the sisterhood and believe everything that a woman says, and half that shit be bullshit and be embarrassing. But then when it's time to apologize, it's all crickets, right? Nobody's here to see the crickets. The true nature of a person is what they'll do when they have money and when they lack it. There's two opposites. When they have a whole bunch of money, you get to see the money didn't change. You see who they are. When they lose everything, what they'll do to stay alive is what their true character. So the lack of and the abundance of money will show you who a person really is. And she showed you. She's for the streets. And she just hid behind a profession that she thought she could mask her inability to control her emotions when it comes to men. And unfortunately, those emotions also affected the women that she spoke to too. And they're the ones that did the character assassination. Because again, men, we fight physically. We don't fight with words to try to destroy you. No, we finna come, it's business. We're aggressive. Women will be like planning HR visits and shit, just baby, hand rubs in between. Ooh, I'm finna get her. Wait till Monday. So I just want to know what you guys think about that. Let me know in the comments below. And, I'll be back with the Panther Spot podcast. Just figured I'd drop a little something.